I wanted to mention a weird thing that happened. The wife of Mitch McConnell is this woman,
Elaine Chao, right?
Elaine Chao. She was the Secretary of Transportation under Trump.
Right.
She is from an extremely wealthy family. I mean, they're super wealthy. They're, believe, in the shipping business. You can check this, but I'm almost certain they're in the shipping business.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah. And so
Google it.
No, I'm right. I just sometimes I say I think that something, and it's true. Okay, I don't know why I do that. Anyway, so she became Trump's Secretary of Transportation, and we had our way with that at the time. Mitch McConnell, as you know, had the essentially immediate benefit of having his wife in this position where she could funnel tons of money to his state for all kinds of transportation projects. It was an absolute. It was just like insider trading. It was obscene. But I mentioned that just to kind of establish who she was, to remind you who she was. Well, her sister is also very wealthy, right? Same family, shipping magnates, right? The whole family is just rolling in loot.
Also very successful. I think the sister is a CEO of some company. Yeah.
And I'm sure that's true. I mean, she, even though she started on third base, she might have, been able to get there on her own. I don't know. But more to the point, that sister is now dead. That sister had been driving her Tesla during a girls' weekend. I don't know why it's important that it was a Tesla, by the way. Whenever anybody has an accident with a Tesla, they always go, oh, another Tesla accident. This accident on the 101, the Tesla. The 10 freeway was the site of a Tesla accident today. Normally, they wouldn't say, right, a Kia rollover. They would never say that. Anyway, she wasn't a Tesla, though. And she was, during her girls' weekend, she was driving her Tesla on her property. And she drove it into a lake. It was... maybe it's more of a pond than a lake, but apparently it's a sufficient enough body of water to consume the car and for her to drown. She had called her friend that she had just had dinner with in Blanco County, Texas. This is all at her ranch in Blanco County. And said, I love you. And then, again, the car was inundated with water, and she was killed. The women had just had dinner that evening at the guest lodge on the property. They wrapped up around 11:30, and I know what you're asking, and I'm going to answer that question in a second. The dinner attendees, who were all friends of hers that were women, say that they were all in good spirits during the get-together. She left the lodge. This is all because of surveillance footage on the property. They know exactly where everybody was at whatever time. She had a blanket wrapped around her and her cell phone held to her ear. A pond on the property was located between the guest house and the main house. Chao and her Tesla reversed into and over a limestone barrier wall, entering the water. The Tesla then floated to the center of the pond. At around 11:42, she called one of her friends she had just had dinner with and calmly said that she was in the pond. She said that her feet were underwater. In a calm voice, this is a quote, Chao informs her friend that she is not able to get out of the vehicle. She says the water was rising and she was going to die and said, I love you, prior to going under the water. The phone call lasted about 8 minutes.
Oh, my God. To hear her last minutes like that? Oh.
Another friend who was at the property got into the pond, swam toward the Tesla, and two other friends got into kayaks and paddled toward the car. When law enforcement arrived, Chao and the car had been in the water for about 21 minutes, they say. The vehicle submerged about 25 yards from the shore. After several failed attempts, responders were able to remove her from the vehicle at about 12:56 a.m. They did CPR, but they could not revive her. A toxicology report. This might have been what many of you are asking.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of shape is she in? It seems like a weird accident. And a toxicology report found that her blood alcohol concentration was almost 3 times the legal limit.
A lot of margaritas at that girls' weekend. Shouldn't be driving your Tesla after that.
On your own property, an area that you should know, and
I mean,
sadly,
that's drunk. 3 times the legal limit?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, think about that. Brutal. Brutal. That is a bit of bizarre news, I think. It falls in the category of bizarre. Yeah.
The Mark Thompson Show.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.